I'm going to take you through a new income stream today, which is No Lay Acca. Specifically in this example, I'm going to use Ladbrokes. A mate of mine, I think it was about the middle of January, sent a WhatsApp message saying he'd been doing this since the start of the football season, and it was just an update based on the roughly halfway point of the season. Now, what he said was he'd made £454.22 profit on 66 bets. He had 19 winners, 18 insurance losses, and 29 losers. So my take on that is he's staked £660 based on the 66 bets, £10 a bet. His profit's been 454, which is a return on investment of 68.82%. So I thought it would be a very good idea to try and emulate that and see if we get the same kind of figures. And first and foremost, whether we make a profit. It's the 21st of Feb today, and I've been doing this the entirety of February from the 1st. I did miss one day due to issues getting the bet on with signal because I'm travelling at the moment. But I have managed to do it every other day. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to show you my results. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is go into OddsMonkey, so you'll need a subscription with OddsMonkey. I'm using OddsMonkey because it's got a really good Acca Finder tool. So if you go to Tools up here, and you go to Acca Tools, and then I'm using old Acca Tools. You can use the Acca Finder, but I prefer the old Acca one because I'm used to that one. It doesn't really matter which one you use. And then you've got Acca Builder No Lay. I'm going to use that one. So if we visit that, and this is a tool here. You can see it's Acca Builder No Lay, and it's default to 888 Sport. So the first place we go is here, look at the bookmaker offers. You've got all these. You can check out all the different insurance ones, but we're going to use Ladbrokes for this example because that's what we're using for this income stream. So if I select Ladbrokes Insurance, you can see it'll default and pull up 5 matches. We're not going to use these 5, but I'm going to just use this to explain the numbers up here and the numbers in here. So you can see that all these, you've got a clear favourite. So Porto versus Gil Vicente, however you pronounce that, is a home win for Porto because they're the favourites. Odds on favourite is 1.2. So you want these numbers as low as you can, but we can't go under 4 because there's a restriction on the Ladbrokes Insurance Acca saying that each leg needs to be at least 1.1, and then all 5 legs together must be at least 4.0. You can see here these add up to 5.41, the odds, so we're safely over 4.0 there. Some of these are a bit high for what I'd recommend, so 1.6 is getting a bit. I like to try and keep everything 1.5 or below in that column, but I'm going to show you how to change this anyway. We're going to change it anyway because, as you can see, this is over multiple days, and because you can do this insurance off every day, I'm trying to do one a day. So I'll show you how to change that in a second. But these numbers up here, this is showing that if we won all 5 games, then we'd get a £44 profit. If we have one losing game, then we'll lose £2, and that's because if we have one losing game, what Ladbrokes do is they give you £10 back as a free bet. Now that's where we get the advantage in theory over the bookies, because what we do with that £10 is we place a £10 back bet and a then lay bet to lay against it, so we'll always get £8 back out of that. Roughly, give or take, we'll try and get over £8 back on that £10 free bet, so we'll only lose £2. Then obviously if 2 or more games lose, then we will lose the £10 stake that we put on. And that's where these numbers come in handy. So for all to win, the software's working out that's a 15.67% chance of all of them winning, which is quite low actually. The chance of 1 losing is 35, and then the chance of 2 or more losing is 48%. So I'll try and look at this figure and try and get it as close. You know what, you want to be close at 20 or even over if you can, 20%. And then this figure, the more you can get it below 50, the better, because obviously if you think of flipping a coin analogy, it's a 50% chance of it hitting heads and 50% hitting tails. So if you get this down to 40% or even lower than that, then you're more likely to hit one of these two, and that's what you want. I mean, specifically this one, you need a few of these. And when you think about these odds of 4.0, if you can get close to 4.0, that's 3 to 1. So you really should be looking then at winning 1 in 3 bets, which would give you this number every 3 bets. That would probably be very good going. I'd probably be looking at 1 in 4 wins, but I'm going to show you my results any case. So what I do after I've done this is I actually take this down to 1 day, slide this down, because what this is doing is picking games for the next 14 days. You don't want to do that because you end up losing track of where you are. You want to be able to put a bet on each day, and you don't want to be putting different ACCAs with the same games in each ACCA, because if that one game lets you down, then you're going to lose a lot of these bets. So I pull that down to 1 day like that, and then do an update. So that'll just pull games out for the day. As you can see, this is only showing 3.4, so let's put a little warning up here that needs to be 4. So I need to change some of these out. So a word of warning here as well is that you can see some of these games it's getting on, like women's games and stuff, and games like that there, Israeli League. It's what day is it? Day Tuesday. You're not necessarily going to be on high profile games. That's one thing to beware of with account health, basically. So what I'd probably do here is I'd probably go for the very lowest odds one, so that Philippines versus Iceland women game. I'd probably take that out. So what I would do is just flick that out there, take the tick off, so that one comes out. Then I'd add a one on which is a bit higher odds, so say another 1.4 game, say that Chesterfield Wheelstone one there. Doesn't really matter what you pick because these are all sort of got clear favourites in the games, and you can see the percentage here of you winning. Try and stick as high the list as possible. This needs to be over 4 before you add any kind of boost or anything like that. This needs to show 4.0. So you can see there I'm flipping out 1.15 and I'm putting in a 1.4. So if I just do update on that, so that's showing 4.14 now, so that's fine to put on. What you could do is tailor it a bit more and take out one of these 1.44s and put in, say, a 1.4, would see if that would keep it above the 4. So I'll do that. I'll take out that obscure game there, because at least these are English. That one there's English. There's 3 English ones in there. I'm just thinking for like a count out, so I can find another 1.4. There's one down. There's one down there, but it's not very. I'll go for that one anyway, just to see if a 1.4 brings it down. Yeah, so that's I'm happy with that because it's 4.03. So what I then do is we go onto the Ladbrokes app, or we go onto the Ladbrokes website, and we place an ACCA, an insurance ACCA for these, and I'm going to show you how to do that now with these games. Right, so this is my Ladbrokes app. Playing this through my phone, so hopefully it all goes well. It's the first time I've tried doing this, but as you can see, this is the Ladbrokes app here. And the first thing I do is I go into the competitions tab here within Ladbrokes, and so the first game was Fylde versus Hereford, and that's the National League North. So I'll go into English, National League North, and Fylde versus Hereford 1.44, and I can see on the odds monkey accumulator screen that's what the odds were. So you can see there 1.44, and I'll just add that to the bet slip. Which it's not letting me do. Right, it has there. It took a while. And the next one is Wrexham against Scunthorpe in the National League. It's come right out of football there for some reason. This is taking a little longer than normal. Anyway, so the National League, we've got 2 games in that league, which is handy. First one's Wrexham. Scroll down, there they are there, 1.17, which is right. So I'll just click on that there now. You can see I've got 2 bets in the bet slip. And then the next one was Chesterfield. It'll be further up the top under C. So 1.4, which is correct as well. I've got 3 bets in the bet slip. And then the 4th game was in the Icelandic League. So you just go down the list under I, find the Icelandic League, and it's a League Cup game. Now, I'm not sure which one, but we'll go for this one. No, it's not that one, so I'll go back one. And I'll select, it's come right out again. I'll go back to Icelandic. Try this other one. It's Grotta. So it's that one there, Grotta, and it's away win this time, so we need to make sure I select the low of the odds. So that's 1.4 there. And then the last game, it hasn't got a league, it's France women versus Norway women. So I'm trying to think if that's going to be under internationals or if there's a section in here for women. Can't see women in here, so what I'll do is I'll try international. So we've got World Women's. No idea where to find this one because it hasn't got it in Odds Monkey. That's Chile 80, so it's not that one. I'll try. This is probably another reason for no, it's another reason for probably not going with these obscure games. Still can't find it. It's odd that it hasn't got a competition next to it because it normally does. Try the World Cup. No, it's for outright, so it's not even matches in there. Right, I can't find that game then. Is it in national friendlies anywhere? Nope. What about this Tournoi de France? Doesn't sound. Alright, here we go, found it eventually. Tournoi de France. That would sound like it was a French competition, but anyway, that's it there, eventually. So you can see how long that's took. It shouldn't have took that long, but here we go. So you can see at the bottom here that the £10 pays £40, 37 is 4.03. So you click on that there on the blue bar. This is playing up this app. Probably because I'm trying to use it on the computer. Alright, it's come up there now. And you can see here, as long as you're over 4.0, it'll say here that you've got the 5+ Acca Insurance. You need to make sure you can see that little banner there, otherwise you don't have it. Also, what you do with Ladbrokes, you get a boost quite often. I think you get one every day. So if you're only doing Accas with Ladbrokes, you'll always have a boost available. I think I've probably got about 7 or 8 available. So if you click on this boost button, you'll see that the 4.03 has gone up to 4.28. So instead of getting about £40 and 30 pence, I'm going to get £42 and 80 pence. That's good. So put our stake of £10 in here. See, they're returning £42.81 if we win. So then we just place the bet. And that's it. Job's a good one. So back in the Odds Monkey screen, you can just click on save. And that'll save the current ACCA with the current date and time that you're doing it. Just click on save there. So as you can see, it's saved this one now. We're looking at an 18% chance of all of them winning. We're looking at 37% chance of one losing, and we're looking at 44% chance of two or more losing for this one. If I go to my ACCAs here, let's see if there's any from previous days. So yeah, still got the 18th there for some reason, not sure why. I mustn't have deleted that one. So what you do in the my ACCAs, I can pull up yesterday's, and you just mark whether each leg won or lost. I think the only one that let me down yesterday was that wasn't that one. Try this one. See if I. All right, okay. Yeah, so the only one that let me down here was Chelsea. I'll do this one. I can't remember what happened on yesterday. I'll need to go and check the results in an app. But I know Chelsea lost this one for me, and this one won later on in the night, but I haven't recorded that yet. So I click on one there, and it shows you here that you're going to lose £2 because you get your £10 free bet. And then you log this bet, and that logs it into your Odds Monkey tracker, which I'll show you now. What I normally do is after I've logged that there, I delete it to get rid of it. So now we're down to like two ACCAs in here, the one I've just put on and yesterday's, which I need to go and check the results of to see if I won or lost. I think I can't remember. I think I won another. It was another one loser maybe. You can see we do the same tomorrow or even later tonight once all these games are finished. We can do it tonight because the last game there's at 8:10 tonight. So if I close this and I go into my profit tracker, you can see here, if I refresh it, that's the one. I'm sorry I couldn't see it there for a second. It's there. It's that one. That's the one I've just saved. Oops, didn't want to do that. That's one I've just saved, and it's marked down as minus £10. But I will get a free bet, which will take. That's where you get these positive 7 and 8. So you can see on the free bet there, won £8.89, and the free bet there won £7.84. That's quite low, but I just wanted to get that one on. In fact, that horse lost. So what you do there is it's not settled. That lost last night. So I can click on open there, settle the bet, and that horse did not win the race. So it changes that to 786, and then I can close that. And then you can see it puts a tick in there and it changes that to 786. So as you can see for the month already, I've made £81 doing this. Mainly this. I might have done a few bets very start of the month that weren't this, but you can see everything here is Ladbrokes, and I'm using SmartGets to back and lay the £2 losses. So what I'm going to do now is show you the actual results for the month. So onto the results then. What we've got here is we've got everything on a page from what I've done so far this month. You can see I've done 19 bets. It was the 4th of February when I said I missed a day. I didn't get a bet on that day. Apologies for that. It's just circumstances, and internet when you're travelling is not always the best. So I put £10 on every single bet that I've done. So I've done 19 so far. You've just seen me do the 20th, so I'll put the £10 in there shortly. And the odds were 4.28. Put £10 in there, it'll affect these numbers at the top. So you can see now I've made £200 worth of bets, but this one's open. I have actually already recorded the 18th as a win and the 19th as an insurance. So my results in here, if it's an L, it's a loss, and they show up in red was minus £10. The £2 are in yellow, and that's why we had one insurance loss, and then the wins are in green. So as you can see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. And we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 insurance claims. I'm going to put those onto the summary sheet to compare against me mate to see if there's a comparison with the 66 bets he's done over half the season. Because I've done obviously 20 bets now in less than a month. I'm going to try and do 30 bets a month if this works out, which at the moment it is. You can see we've made £112 profit on the £200 of worth of bets. So we're up £112, which is a point profit. If we were saying a point per £10 is 1 point, it's a point profit, of 11.2, and that's a return on investment of 56%. So we've invested £200, we've got £112 profit to show for it. So I'm more than happy with those results at the moment. So what I wanted to do is just transpose our results onto the summary spreadsheet. So I'm just going to flick between these two tabs at the bottom here, doing that, just to compare against me mates. So stake wise, we've put £200 in. Winners, we've had 5. Losers, we've had 5. And 20 bets according to the sheet. 112 something, so I'm just going to flip back £112 and 3 pence. So let's put 0.03 on there. And then insurance losses, I can't remember what I said that was. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 insurance losses. So that's only adding up to 19 instead of 20. So I need 2. Alright, so I've got 1 outstanding. Excuse me. So for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to take this last bet I've just put on with you there out of this equation. So I'm going to say we've done 19 bets. And £190 worth of stakes. So the return on investment, let's copy that down. That wasn't right. What is it? B divided by G. Let's do it anyway for me, but that would have been easier. So as you can see, we've got 58.96% ROI, which is slightly less than me mate, but it's still like way up there. I'm more than happy with the profit we've made on £180 worth of bets. I think the key is making sure you get some winners, and obviously that's still, it's a numbers game. It's nothing to do with skill or anything. It's just a case of, you can see that we've had 5 out of 19. So as long as I have 5 out of 20, which is 1 in 4, really, I think you're looking for. I think this is going to be a profitable scenario. I'd love to hear what you think of it, if you want to put anything in the comments, or if you want me to explain anything more about it. This is going to go onto the Drift-o-meter, so we can keep a track going forward of how we do with it. We'd have to go on to a sort of massive losing run. You can see there we had quite that's probably the worst period there, where we did lose a few in a row. But up until like the 12th of Feb, we'd only had 1 loser until we had this 4 out of 5. And then luckily in the middle there we had a winner. It'd be interesting to know like if that was a -£2 and we'd won 1 less, because we had 3 quite early wins here as well. And how the numbers would look, because it's obviously these winners here that boost your figures. And that was quite a high win there as well. So it's obviously 5.19 odds of 5.2 odds kind of region. But yeah, let me know what you think. This one's going on to Drift-o-meter, and I will keep track of the rest of the month. And then going forward, I'm going to be using this in March as well, because I can't see it losing money by the end of February now. And going into March, I will do exactly the same, 1 a day, but I'll probably not record it to this level. once I know something's profitable. I will record the figures, but I won't record it daily to this actual level. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers now.